afternoon, everybody, and happy Thursday. And here in southeastern Pennsylvania, it has been snowing all morning long. So, unfortunately, I have not left the house other than to shovel the sidewalk and driveway. Fun times. But no hunting today. In fact, a lot of stores were posting on social media that they were actually closed. So, again, I did not leave the house. I did not do any hunting, but that's okay because I have a video I have to shoot for you guys. We have the conclusion of the Merry Movie Marathon, where once again, what that is I watch nothing but holiday and seasonal related titles from Thanksgiving all the way up until New Year's Day, and today is again the conclusion of the Merry Movie Marathon. We're going to take a look at everything I've recently checked out, so let's dive in. And first up is an amazing documentary that, if I'm not mistaken, I watched for the first time I think last year, and I will probably watch every single year because it is that good. Jingle Bell Rocks. This is such a fantastic documentary, and coming from a collector, it really speaks to me. I am fascinated with people who just collect stuff. I think collecting is a great hobby that everybody should do. Maybe not to this point, but, you know, just collect thimbles from everywhere you've been. Whatever it is, collect something. It's a lot of fun. Everybody should do it. And this guy who put this documentary together is obsessed with collecting and finding weird, obscure, and just really random Christmas music, and that is so cool. And this is a documentary all about his passion for that music and for basically collecting that music as well. And the whole thing starts off with something that really, really speaks to me and is definitely something I've gone through many times. He goes into a record store looking for weird Christmas music, and they're just about to close. So he's digging through as quickly as he possibly can. He's got a whole stack of stuff. He looks down and he sees a whole bunch more records underneath the first row records that he had no idea was even there. And just that look of like, oh no. It is hilarious, and I laugh every single time because I've been there where I thought I was done looking through all the movies, and then, no, there's like 9,000 more movies I have to look through. So I've been in that situation, and it cracks me up every time I start this documentary off. So again, it's fantastic. Really well put together, again, about this guy and his just passion for the weird, bizarre, and strange Christmas music that's out there. And they do actually go into certain songs. Like, they talk about everything from stuff you've probably never heard of, and the history of these songs and why they were made. They actually talk to the artist who made them, and they get really into these up until you hear about things like Run DMC and stuff like that. So you get into some more sort of different Christmas music, but maybe more kind of different mainstream as well. So it's a wide variety of stuff. Things you may have heard of that are kind of still different, and stuff that you've never heard of. So really great documentary. Definitely recommend it. It's also fun to kind of switch things up when you're watching all these Christmas movies, to actually have a really cool and interesting documentary about the weird and bizarre Christmas music that is out there. So really fantastic. I highly recommend this one. Just an amazing documentary that I can assure you I will be talking about again next year. It is that good. Then on Christmas Day, of course, I watched A Christmas Story. This is what I watch every single year on Christmas. No, I don't watch it marathon on TV. I don't have cable anyway, but I wouldn't want to watch it that many times. It's definitely something to watch every single year on Christmas, but I don't need to see it in 24-hour rotation. So it's like the movie to watch on Christmas, in my opinion. It's not the best Christmas movie ever made. I still say that goes to Home Alone. Home Alone is by far the best Christmas movie ever, bar none. Sorry, that is my opinion, and it's the correct opinion. So I love that movie so much. But when it actually comes to watching a movie on Christmas, because I always say Home Alone is the movie you should start the Christmas season off with. It's the movie that gets you in that spirit of Christmas. This is the one that actually makes you feel like warm inside, like you do actually on Christmas. So I watch this every single Christmas, and I did this year. It's fantastic. Do I really need to talk about this movie? I'm sure we've all seen it. It's funny. It's interesting. It has, again, it's everything from Christmas Day to meeting Santa to, you know, to snow on the ground to Christmas lights. It's everything that encompasses like that time right around Christmas. So fantastic. Definitely one to check out if for some weird reason you've lived under a rock your whole life and haven't seen that. Then, because I just got it on Blu-ray, 4 Christmases. Had this one on DVD for a while and hadn't really watched it the last couple years, but now that I have it in high definition, figured why not rewatch it, and it's really, really enjoyable. Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon, they're this couple who, they don't want kids, they don't really want to get married, they're just kind of like forever sort of dating, and their parents are divorced, which is kind of why they're in that realm of thinking. But their parents are divorced, and every year they go away for the holidays. They basically just straight up lie to their family and say they're helping like the needy and stuff like that, but really they go to some island somewhere. But this year things get messed up, and they actually end up getting stuck at home, and they go to all 4 of the mother and fathers, all 4 of their Christmases, and the craziness ensues because, of course, the families are kind of weird and bizarre, and they have their quirks, and then it kind of messes things up between the 2 of them, and yada, yada, yada. Fun movie. I would recommend it. It's pretty funny. Vince Vaughn is actually pretty decent in this, so I would recommend this one. It's kind of underrated, I would say. I know people know of this movie, but I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. So, 4 Christmases, one to check out. And then, because, once again, I love my documentaries, Biography, Santa Claus. Oh my gosh. Again, something I usually watch every single year, and it is just that. It's the biography of Santa Claus, and it goes from everything from, like, basically where St. Nicholas came from, like the actual, the real life St. Nicholas, and they talk about all that, and then kind of how that evolved into Santa Claus, and it goes all the way up to kind of the Santa Claus we know today, because even Santa Claus went through some different variations, of course, over the years. Everything from, you know, like a long time ago when Santa Claus was kind of something completely different to, you know, when he was a plump, jolly old elf, to, again, the Coca-Cola Santa Claus we kind of all know today. So, very interesting documentary, just to basically go from the beginnings of St. Nicholas all the way up until the Santa Claus we all know and love today. It's really, really well done. It's a biography documentary. They're always fantastic. They're always amazingly well done. If you've seen one, you know what I'm talking about. And to have one all about Santa Claus is pretty cool, and something I recommend checking out, and definitely something I watch pretty much every single holiday season. So fantastic. That is awesome. And then a new one, and again, like I said, when it comes to the Merry Movie Marathon, it doesn't have to be holiday related. It can kind of be seasonal, or, you know, snow or ice or anything like that. You can stretch it a little bit, and I definitely stretched it with this one. Ice crawlers. So this was recently just sent to me, and I thought, well, it's ice crawlers, it's ice, I gotta check it out. And wow, this, how to describe this movie? The movie's not bad in of itself. The plot is kind of ridiculous. Okay, ridiculous acting, ridiculous plot, you know, everything about this is like really B grade. But I'm okay with that. I enjoy cheesy, bad movies. The main issue with this film, in my opinion, is the editing. It is horrendous to the point where it makes it kind of hard to watch at times. So the plot is okay. It's like, it's Antarctica. They're drilling for oil, because oil, there's a crisis and whatever. So they're drilling for oil, and they end up drilling under like the ice caps and whatnot, and they find some like these ancient like creature bugs that like come up and start attacking all the people who live on the base. So, you know, whatever, pretty simple plot. There's bug things like giant bugs attacking the people on the base. Okay, great. But again, I can look past all that. It's okay. Again, the bad acting, the cheesy plot, all of that, all right. But the editing, like I said, is so bad. They show, of course, you know, a picture of the base, and it says like where it is and whatnot. When they actually have like the captions at the bottom, they're literally up for about 1 second. It's like done, gone. It's like, how was I supposed to read any of that? It was gone so fast, it makes no sense. There's all these weird shots, like establishing shots where they want to show you kind of like where they are, and it's weird. It starts off with showing you like parts of the base, and it's showing you really quick clips, like the base, this aisle, this, you know, or this like hallway, this room, like it's like bam, 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 really quick clips, which I'm already like, how am I supposed to know where we are, or get a feeling for for this base, if you're going to show these clips so quickly, I can't even take them in. And they do like 3 or 4 of them, and then all of a sudden, we go into dissolves, longer shots of stuff, but we're dissolving between shots. So the editing is just really off there. There's this weird part where these 2 scientists are, I guess they're German, I think is their accent. And I guess just to really establish that they're German, the first 2 sentences each of them speak are in, I believe, again, German, and their subtitle, which, again, the subtitles go by so fast, I have no idea what they said. I would have literally had to have paused the movie to read that. They go by so fast, I don't know what they're saying, and then, after they both deliver their first lines, then they go into speaking English with the accent. So I guess they really wanted you to know this couple was German, and does that actually does it actually help with the plot at all? No, they could be from anywhere, and it wouldn't matter. It doesn't bring anything else to the plot. Like, okay, like are they evil? Are they bad guys? Are they spies? Nope. They're apparently just German, and they really want you to know that, but it doesn't bring anything else to the plot. So why even bother to make them? I have no idea. When the bugs attack, instead of like it just attacking in blood or something like that, it flashes these quick clips of like things that happen throughout the movie, and it's not even really things that involve like the person who's dying. It's just these random quick clips, like flashes of scenes from the movie that are just kind of random. It kind of makes no sense. When the opening credits are coming through, we're doing these long shots like down hallways and stuff, and the first one makes sense. It's a long shot down a hallway, and we're leading up to a door, but right at the end is where they mess up, because they should have like dissolved the shot a little bit sooner, because during the dissolve, you can see the camera stop, because it's, the camera's not going to smash into the door. You see the camera like stop, and you catch that, because I'm thinking to myself, we're getting really close to this door. They better dissolve sooner, or the camera's going to either smash through the door, or they're going to stop. It's going to stop and be weird. And sure enough, the dissolve does not go away fast enough that it looks kind of bizarre. And then we go into these shots of like rooms, and it's really, really weird at this point, because literally what they did was they stood on one side of the room and walked the camera towards a wall, a blank like cinder block wall. That's it. Like, was there a poster? Were we getting close to something we could see? Nope, we're just walking up towards a wall. It's like, all right. And then we do a dissolve where we're walking through a room, and then all of a sudden the camera points down, and we go into the floor. Just a concrete floor. The editing in this, like, I know I've been talking about this for like 20 minutes now. The editing in this is so bad, it actually makes the movie kind of hard to watch. I love my cheesy movies. Again, as I've said, bad plots, bad acting, the special effects were just horrendous, but all of that is okay. I love that kind of thing. But the editing in this movie really, really, really just destroys it. So, is it worth seeing? If you like cheesy B sci-fi horror movies, I would say maybe worth checking out, but I warn you, the editing is going to make it really difficult to check out. All right, then something I was so happy to watch. Had not seen these in a little while. We have Christmas with the Simpsons and the Simpsons Christmas 2. I hate how they did that. Although if I'm not mistaken, I think they either re-released this as Christmas with the Simpsons 2, or they re-released this one as the Simpsons Christmas, or something like that. I think you can actually find them titled properly, so they can actually sit next to each other in a collection. Regardless though, man, do I love The Simpsons, and in watching these, it really brought that back to me, because I haven't actually watched The Simpsons in a little while, and checking these out, I'm cracking up laughing. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm spouting off lines because I've seen these so many times. I am a big Simpsons junkie, and the fact that I have not watched The Simpsons in a good long while is very sad. I need to get back into watching them. Although it also reminded me how once we hit kind of the 2000s, the series did kind of get a little stale, because in The Simpsons Christmas 2, yeah, we have "'Tis the 15th Season," and I gotta be honest, that episode wasn't as good. The jokes were kind of it just wasn't as good as some of the older episodes. So I will admit that The Simpsons did kind of start to get a bit stale, sort of after I thought we got out of the 90s. I mean, don't get me wrong, the show's still good. It has its funny moments. moments, but it's not what it was in the 90s, in my opinion. But still, fantastic. I was so glad I decided to watch these. It's been a while, so man, I gotta get back into watching my Simpsons because I love them. So awesome right there. And then for New Year's Day, what did I watch? Rollerball. Now, this has nothing to do with New Year's or the holidays or even the season. The reason I watched this is because this movie takes place in 2018. And I do that sometimes on New Year's Day instead of watching a New Year's movie because there aren't a lot of those. And to be honest, most movies that are considered New Year's movies are usually considered that because they have like a scene that takes place during New Year's. Some of them actually, you know, do take place around that time period and on that day or something like that, but many of them just have a scene, and that makes it a New Year's movie or something for some reason. So sometimes I skip watching a New Year's movie and just watch a movie that takes place in the year that is starting, and that is Rollerball. This takes place in the not too distant future of 2018. And this is actually my first time ever seeing this movie. And I gotta say, I wasn't blown away by it. The artwork is a lot better than the actual movie. In the year 2018, corporations, well, I mean, not much different, but corporations have taken over, but more so than, you know, they already do. Well, I shouldn't say more so than they already do, but it's more in the forefront, and more commonly known that corporations kind of run everything in this time. And there's this sport of rollerball, and the whole kind of, I'm not going to get into the whole story, I don't want to ruin it for you, but basically the whole thing is one guy kind of stands up against the corporations and against corporate greed and whatnot. He stands up to it all. The issue is the movie has a lot of very slow moments, all these weird scenes that I'm like, come on, just they're dragging, get on with it. The scenes of them actually, like the actual rollerball scenes are interesting, but they're not necessarily shot all that well. A lot of it is like sped up. You could tell, when they're going around the tracks, they're actually going kind of slowly. They're not flying around these tracks. There's the motorcycles, there's roller skates. You think they'd be flying around this crazy track, and they're not really flying around it very much. And it just kind of ruins the feel. It kind of ruins the excitement of watching this game. There are some good moments, but it doesn't really. I didn't really feel like, oh my gosh, like, you know, somebody's getting hurt, or oh, this game is intense. It just kind of made me go, yeah, okay, because it just didn't feel intense enough while watching it. So again, I wasn't really blown away. I like the idea of this. I like the premise of this. The idea of this, you know, this guy standing up against these corporations. I love that, but I just don't think it was executed all that well. Again, it drug on a little bit too much in certain scenes. There was a lot of stuff that could have been cut out of here. Maybe more with the actual rollerball, like derby. I would have loved to have seen some more with that, and then I would have loved to have seen that shot and executed better, in my opinion. And so you guys let me know. The remake, which I don't believe I've seen either. Is it better? Should I watch the remake? I might do that. So yeah, Rollerball, I know a lot of people love this movie. For me, I just thought it was kind of okay. So would I recommend watching it? If you want to see it, I would say yes. It's not a movie that I hated. By no means that I hate this movie. I wouldn't say don't watch it. I just don't see myself ever wanting to rewatch it. I'm glad I saw it, but will I be picking this one off the shelf and watching it again anytime soon? Probably not. It bored me a little bit too much at certain points. So, Rollerball, it was just okay. But hey, it's a 2018 movie, so that's pretty awesome. But alright guys, there you go. That's it. That is the end of the Merry Movie Marathon. So now I can finally get back into watching some regular non-holiday and seasonal titles. In fact, I've already watched 3. Kingsman, Secret Service, Kingsman, The Golden Circle, and The House. So I'm already on the roll. I got a lot of stuff that I recently picked up that I really got to get through. So many titles I have like piled up that I gotta get watching. So stay tuned for some more fun reviews coming up in the near future. But all right, guys, again, that is it. I'm gonna go. So as always, thank you guys so much for checking out these videos. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day. Also, be sure to check out Patreon if you want to help support the show. The simple donation of $1 a month really does help out. Goes a long way. Goes right back into these videos, and it does gain you early access access to most of my videos as well. Also, be sure to check out Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself many designs of Cinema Sickness t-shirts, hats, buttons, hoodies, all kinds of cool Cinema Sickness merchandise. Proceeds also help the show. And as always, most importantly, check out the Cinema Sickness store on Instagram, where you can pick up all kinds of awesome media. Proceeds really do help out, are the most important. Links to everything can be found down below in the description of this video. So again, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. So for anybody out there who also participated in this year's Merry Movie Marathon and made a video or videos about it, whether you just showed off what you watched or maybe you did some reviews, leave some links down below in the comment section of this video, because I want to check those videos out, and I'm sure many other people do as well. I would love to see what you guys watched this year for this year's Merry Movie Marathon. So again, leave those links to the videos down below, and I will definitely check them out. Again, that is it. Hope you guys had a fantastic holiday season, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.